Okay, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining. It's good to see you all these beautiful faces. So, my name is Rachel Balansat, and I am here as your host to welcome you into self-love for our coming up February, Valentine's Day, Valentine's month, heart healthy month, however we want to look at it. It's all about giving to ourselves in order to be the best person that we can be for the world, for our partners, for our children, for our parents, for our coworkers, for the people that we come into contact with. If we take care of ourselves first, we have what it takes to take on everyone else and have room and hold space for everyone else in our lives. Isn't that correct? So, Self-Love Thursdays, we have a theme, and you're welcome to invite people to our Thursday call every Thursday at this time, which is 4 Pacific time. And I just wanted to share a little bit about myself and my story, because really what we're here today is to talk about health and nutrition and how to get ourselves into our peak vibration, right? To like being at our peak state, feeling most thriving and alive and feeling healthy and learning how to be healthy, because I think we get confused with so many different messages or so many different paths or so much different information out there. And yet several of us on this call have found something that has truly transformed our lives. And we really understand what it is to be healthy now that we've experienced sickness or dis-ease. And now we have a thriving life. We're just thrilled to share this with all of you. We're thrilled to share this with our friends and our community because we figured something out. And so we want to shout it from the rooftops. So what we're going to be talking today about is, I'll share a story. Stephanie's going to share. I think I'm going to let Stephanie share her story first. It's so powerful. And we'll share with you a little bit about what this is that we've discovered. It's, basically a 30-day superfoods protocol that has just the most incredible, abundant nutrients. And it was made by the founder of the company, Dave Sandoval, who is a brilliant genius scholar of nutrition. He's studied around the world. He's traveled around the world. He has studied with the greatest greats. He has a star in Hollywood. He was the one who lobbied and got us the USDA organic food label. And he decided that he wanted to create a protocol, a nutrition program that can help save lives, to be honest. Like, his whole goal is to end human suffering. And his protocol has worked for those of us on the call who've done it. And we really want to share it with you. And so that's why you've been invited as a guest today, those of you who are guests, so thank you. So, and we're also here a little bit from Nikko. She has time. She's got a beautiful story. But I want to go ahead and hand it over to Stephanie Don. She is the chair of the Million Mom Movement, and she has made it her mission to bring green nutrients to help make it easier for moms to keep their kids healthy, and dads too. Movement of many. Mom can also be seen as movement of many, right? So she is really committed to making sure that everyone has quality nutrition, keeping it affordable, keeping it available and accessible. And so with that, letting somebody into the room, let's hand it over to my dear friend, Stephanie Don.
Thank you so much, Rachel. It's an honor to be here. It's always wonderful to share my story. These protocols, these superfoods have changed my life and my children's lives. 6 years ago, I was facing menopause. I was 50 pounds overweight, and I was a hot mess. And, it wasn't, but for, I don't know, several months of my light is like going off here. Just got really bright all of a sudden. After several months of being on the protocols, I lost 21 pounds, and I was really, really inspired. I was 10 years postpartum, and as a postpartum mom, working constantly, caring for my family, I wasn't prioritizing my own health, my own nutrition. So that's what these protocols did for me, is they helped me to really start prioritizing me in terms of learning what to eat, right? What to eat, ? Like, it's what everyone wants to know, right? And so much of what is shared within this community by you, Rachel, and by Dave and Amy, and so many of the health leaders that are in this community has really helped me, supported me to yes, for the weight loss, and yes, to get through menopause without, completely pulling my hair out. But also 2.5 years ago, I found myself face to face with a breast cancer diagnosis, and I was just completely stopped in my tracks. I thought I was healthy, and I was doing all the protocols with Purium, but then I was going back to very negative habits, bad habits. And what happened with the breast cancer diagnosis is it just like I had already come pretty far with Purium. And then all of a sudden, the breast cancer diagnosis just had me like really get on board with everything. And I stopped doing so many of those really bad habits. And I'm happy to say that I'm still alive and I'm thriving, and there's no further metastasis or any cancer has appeared in my body at all. So that's, it's a success story. What can I say? Nutrition isn't the only thing when you're dealing with cancer, but it's so much of the equation. And so the last part of my story that I really want to share involves my son, Zephyr, who for most of his young life had a compromised gut. And I didn't know how to help him. I had no idea that what I was actually feeding him was causing the problems with his gut. So what you may not know is that America's favorite brand of cereal, Cheerios, has the highest parts per billion of glyphosate on them. And I learned that shortly before I found Purium. And I was deeply inspired by the fact that, not only could I just remove the Cheerios from our pantry, which was hard, but we also had a product that removed glyphosate from the body. So that completely changed everything for my kid. It restored his digestive system. And basically, I got my boy back, really, after years of gut dysbiosis that was caused by his favorite cereal. So I work to elevate that now every day in my capacity as chair of the Million Mom Movement to really help all families understand that our food sources are corrupted, and we need to learn that. We need to share that with those that we love and care about, our family, our communities, our friends. So yeah, thanks for letting me share my stories, Rachel. I'm grateful.
Thank you, Stephanie. And I know that you probably have to hop off soon. So thanks for being here. And I think it's just so important what you're saying, that, all of us are being bombarded with toxic chemicals all the time. Even the outgassing of rugs or the outgassing of paint, or at the gas station, we're, inhaling fumes from the gas, unless you're electric, which case you might be in a new car, which is outgassing for 3 years. Like cars take like 3 to 5 years just to outgas the toxins in the fabric and the materials. So I'm always really careful never to buy a new car. So, which is a plus, and, it's, a lot of us are struggling with, a lot of us have fragrances. A lot of us are interacting with perfumes, and some of us have household cleaners that we're not even aware of are toxic. And so we're constantly spraying these things, and we're even like Dawn liquid, detergent is like the most common detergent that people have in their kitchens. We're inhaling those fumes, getting those toxins into our skin every day. So not everybody has all those things going on. But if you're somebody who eats at a restaurant, you are definitely getting glyphosate. If you ever eat out, if you ever eat at a deli, you're getting glyphosate, you're getting toxic metals from the pans, from the cookware, from the nonstick cookware, and all kinds of things, cast iron skillets. There's all kinds of things that bring toxins into our body. So it's really important that we are always in this state, kind of in a regular basis, on a daily basis, getting all the nutrition we need to clean the slate and to detox the liver every single day. This way, we're not ending up accruing like Stephanie did, to a point where all of a sudden, illness comes up. It doesn't mean that suddenly she was eating bad yesterday. It's like, it's an accumulation over years and years that people get sick, and then the diagnosis comes unexpectedly. So it takes years and years to undo, right? We don't just get well overnight. Although I did, I have to say, I was sick for 9 years with Hashimoto's autoimmune disorder of the thyroid. I was struggling with adrenal fatigue, and I had, my imagination of the future was, I'm going to be homeless, living in my car for the rest of my life, asking for handouts. I won't be able to work because I'll be too tired. I was bloated. I was, my adrenal fatigue, I had brain fog, I had vertigo, I was dizzy. I mean, everything that could possibly go wrong, including I was cold all the time. I was always freezing. And my gut, I had I had a bloated gut. And I was always eating organic. I was eating superfoods. I was doing all the things right, in my opinion, I thought. And then I found this protocol. And within the first 10 days, all of my symptoms were gone. And I'm not even joking. I mean, there was no more brain fog. I was clear as a whistle within the first 10 days of the immersion, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I was completely clear. I had amazing energy. All I wanted to do was run. And I literally went to the gym and started running, and I became a runner. And I'd never been into running in my life. I became a runner. I went from 4.1 miles an hour, which is walking, to 8.1 miles an hour in a short period of time of like a month. And that was like unheard of. My muscles were popping. I was just literally getting so much energy and strength. My body was absorbing all the nutrients finally. My body was getting what it needs. And so we'll talk about how important it is to detox the gut in order for the body to get nutrients. But really, it's about putting the good stuff in, and then the bad things fall away. So now that I've shared my story, and I also did become, by the way, a bodybuilder, and I became a competitive bodybuilder, and even, and I competed in the figure modeling division, and I won several times in several different events, and then I even went on, and I was welcome to compete pro, and I won the pro championship. So that is my claim to fame for Purium, which is the company that created this protocol. So which Naomi's drinking right there. I can see it. She's got her green drink on. She's always got it. And so do all of her kids. But I wanted to take a quick segue over to Nikko, who I know she's actually with a bunch of kids today. But Nikko's has such a beautiful story about her partner who she really wanted to support with this. And I was wondering, Nikko, if you could just take a couple minutes and just share with us that story, if you're free.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for wanting to hear it.
Yeah.
So basically, my boyfriend's a skeptic about everything. And so, and this was a good thing. I thought it was a cool thing for him to go into it, with this way, because he had no expectations on what to expect when we did our own little 30-day cleanse, with the core 4. And he's diabetic as well. I should mention that as well, because that's kind of important. And so aside from, one of the things he noticed off the bat was he lost some weight, and that's something that he was really excited about. But one of the other inadvertent positive consequences that happened that he noticed is that he didn't have to manage his diabetes as much. Like, he didn't have to take as much insulin. And so it had a real positive effect on his diabetes. It seemed to regulate him a little more when we were doing that cleanse. And he's like, it's so crazy. I've been giving myself maybe it was half the insulin that he had to give himself before. And we don't know why that is. He's type 1 diabetic, so there's really no coming back from that. But, when we can't have it, when we don't have it for a while, he notices a huge difference. His crashes are bigger when he does crash, and it just seems to have really leveled out his diabetes. Now he still has to give himself shots, and he still has to do all that maintenance, but the fact that he can spend less money on every single bit of his diabetes, I mean, that disease is such an a la carte, you pay for everything. So it's been a nice, not just savings in money, but it's been a nice savings on his body, just having to give less insulin to himself. And this was somebody who in the beginning is like, well, I was vegan for this long, and I felt like I had to eat all the time, and I just couldn't sustain it, especially with my diabetes. And it's not something he had to do. Not that he went vegan, but when we were doing the cleanse, he was eating a lot cleaner, but he didn't actually have to bump up his calorie intake because he was able to do the shakes. We were doing so many shakes, it was completely sustaining him.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Nikko. And you said that he crashed harder. Did you mean he crashed less after the cleanse?
Well, he would when we're off the core 4, his weight, his highs and lows, meaning his blood sugar either spikes or it goes low. Going low is what we really have to worry about when he's going overnight. So that's when he'll go the lowest, is overnight, when he's sleeping. And he was staying more regulated at night when he was sleeping than without the core 4s.
He's the fourth person I know. I'm going to go ahead and mute you because you got kids in the background. He's the fourth person I know that has that was type 1, and was able to cut his insulin in half. Like that is the fourth story that I've heard like that. And what I want to really get clear is that this isn't a cleanse. Okay. So this isn't like there's only a 10-day cleanse in this 30-day protocol. It's not a 30-day cleanse, just to clarify that, because it can be a little bit daunting. And also, so you know, that 10-day cleanse in the middle is actually not a fast. So just remember, you can eat food. You're going to eat healthy, green lifestyle the whole time, but you're going to have, this is going to replace several of your meals. Okay. So this is actually going to replace 60 of your 90 meals in the month. And that's really amazing because it can save you time in the kitchen, and you can still eat fruits and vegetables, and you can still have potatoes, and you can still have brown rice, and you can still, so there's a lot of things that you can still eat. And it's really about eating clean and green. But what mostly this is that this is adding in all these really incredible green nutrients. So this is like liquid sunshine, okay? Because the sun gives plants their chlorophyll. And the chlorophyll is what detoxes our body. And so when you have this really abundance of chlorophyll and greens, you end up with these super oxide dismutase as well. So these are like radical antioxidants on a major scale. So this is a series of four, when everyone's saying the core four, those are four basic products that you're taking over this period of time. So briefly, I just want to go over to Naomi to share her little story, her story. Not that it's little, but if she could just share. I know she's probably telling her kids to be quiet right now. I know you, girl. They can talk. We can bring them in.
Thanks for having me. Yes, I was. You know, I was telling those boys to be quiet. Well, my name is Naomi, and I picture this, a woman who worked in corporate America for 10 years in a high stress environment in sales and marketing. Over the 10 years, I was skinny, and then I became fat. Why? Because I was consuming that product every single day in my body. I had belly fat. From the stress, I had hair loss from my second child also. And I had high stress. I wasn't sleeping at night, and I knew I needed a change. And one day in the news, there was a article said aspartame is not good for you. And that's when a light bulb came off. And when you're in sales and marketing for a company that has that ingredient in the product, it's really not that good for you. So I knew I needed a change. And after literally I was pregnant on the 2016 and 2017, once I had my baby, I said, I got to get out of here. And that's when I started to really put myself first and try to do a self-loving journey. And I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to heal myself mentally and physically. I just really didn't know how at that time. And I didn't know where to go, but I knew I needed out of that stress. And one day, you know, I was trying to get back into the workforce. It was really hard for me to get back in the workforce. It's like all of a sudden your degree is gone once you take off for maternity leave, or if you cared for your kid, and all of your knowledge is disappeared. So I decided to try to go and do something for myself. And I started to do a consultant business for the plant-based business. And I started to mentor plant-based brands. And what happened in the beginning of my business when this happened was the pandemic hit and everything shut down. There was no money coming in because everyone was nervous. So one day, Bethany and I were chatting on the Zoom call, and we were chatting about this life in this world. And I told her, I said, you know, I'm struggling in this world. I really need help. And she said, well, you know what? I have something for you. I have a solution for you. I was like, yeah, really? What? She said, Million Mom Movement. This is for you. So I actually went on the Zoom, the YouTube channel, and checked out these awesome moms that were sharing about the dangers and toxins in the food. And that's when I said, I need this community, because I was already doing that for free on Facebook, and I was just like feeling alone. I said, wow, these moms are awesome. So she said, let's apply. And I applied for a scholarship. But I'm going to tell you something that Purium did for me that my corporate job didn't do for me. Purium gave me life. Why Purium gave me life is because I literally have my confidence back. I'm feeling fantastic. My depression is gone. I have the mood booster sky up to the sky. Like people are like saying to me today, they were like, wow, what do you have? I want it. I told them I got you. But you see, my hair is regrowing. I have less cravings. My temple is being healed all around. And it's because of this company that gave me a business opportunity, that gave me a scholarship for superfoods, because you know what they said? They said, I see you, mama. I see you, that you need to healing. You really need this in your life, because I had no idea what this product was going to do for me, but they did. And Bethany knew what it was going to do for me. And I love you, Bethany, for that. And I took this protocol consistently every single day. I didn't go without it. And I started to see a change. I started to see my mood booster. But not only that, my kids also took the product. And we all started to feel good. And not only that, when I started to do this company, my kids are the one that's encouraging me to share this with other families. When we're on the playground, my kid is saying, did you talk to them about Purium? Today, when we were in the ceramic place making something and the guy saying, oh, itchy, itchy, he says, you need Purium. My 7-year-old says that because he knows exactly what this company stands for. He believes in me. I got a little crown over here. He always says that I'm a warrior. He is my accountability partner. You're right, Glennis. He is my accountability partner. And we are a partner in this together. We are on a mission. My family, my boys and I, we are on a mission to help 5,555 families this year to feel better, because we feel better. And we are out here getting out of our comfort zone to share this product, to share this mission, because we believe in it. And we believe in you, whoever's on this call right now, whoever invited you right now, we know that you need this. We know that you need this. When you're consistent with it, when you're consistent and loving yourself and putting yourself first, you will see a change. You will. So I'm very passionate about this. And if you follow me, you'll know that I'm very passionate about this. And my kids literally crave Purium. Today, when we were out in the forest, my son said, I need Purium to go home on an hour drive. And it saves me money as a single mom, because I don't need to go to a fast food store or look up a place to find a vegan option that is very rarely around. When in my hands, I have the best nutrition to give my family. The best nutrition in 2 seconds, I could shake it up and go to give my family to feel good. And I love this. I love this company. I love this community, and I love what they're doing for me. And we hope that you can join this community and thrive with us.
Oh my God, Naomi, you're such a breath of fresh air. It's just like, woo! I'm like, the revolution will not be televised. Here it is. It's on the Zoom. Oh my gosh. You know, what really struck me is the fact that when, you know, somebody was itching, I'm guessing like they had eczema or something, and he's like, oh my gosh, you need this. I mean, it's really powerful when I see this a lot, that when the children start knowing, they've heard so many stories of people recovering from eczema and psoriasis, or from, you know, pain or injury, or just like feeling exhausted. It's like when the kids know and they see that, and then now they're telling people, it's really, it really pronounces just exactly what this does for people, because they have heard enough, they've been hearing it a lot, and so they get it. So what is this stuff? What is all this superfoods? So I'm not going to show you guys a product because, you know, there's a lot of it, but I want to say that you can reach out, whoever introduced this to you or invited you can like share with you a video that kind of goes over the protocol and kind of tells you what it's about. But you've heard it here first, what it can do. It's really basically a 30-day, it's really a 90-day protocol. We recommend doing it for 90 days, but you can get 30 days at a time. And then there's maintenance if you want to just do like the daily core 4, which is like, we're supposed to have at least 12 to 14 fruits a day, all right, 12 to 14 fruits a day. And we don't usually get that. That's not how many antioxidants we're getting to clean the slate, to keep ourselves clean, to make sure all the toxins are leaving our body. So these fruits come in the form of tart cherry juice, which is one of the 4 basic products. So the tart cherry is incredible for deep sleep. It really detoxes the brain, the body. It's incredible for diabetes. It's this amazing formula. It's not even a formula, it's just straight concentrated tart cherry juice, and it's organic. And this is really an amazing thing to have just before bed. It'll help you with deep sleep as well. Great for mamas who are trying to sleep. Help you sleep in between the babies. Okay. And then there's a Super Aminos 23, which is one of the products. And this basically is just plant-based protein. It just fuels your body with energy. It gives you an incredible, a lot of people end up quitting coffee. I see it over and over and over and over again on this transformation, that people let go of coffee because they go, I have so much energy. That's what happened to me. I have so much energy without it. I don't even need it. Now coffee makes me jittery because I'm already normal. Right now I have like great energy. So that's really powerful. It's plant-based protein. And then we've got these different powders, right? These different juices, these different dehydrated juices, dehydrated at these low temperatures, so they still have preserved enzymes, are considered live. When you add any kind of liquid water or nut milks to it, it reconstitutes it and it activates, and the enzymes become alive again. And so now it's living food. So this is thanks to the founder of this company. He has actually figured this out, this patented formula of making these powders, so that they're made at a low temperature, they're dehydrated, they're juiced, and then they're dehydrated at a low temperature. So they look like little crystals. And these things are just liquid sunshine. That's the best way I can put it, is liquid sunshine. And it's all different kinds of wonderful herbs in there, and they taste good. Like, it tastes good. Even Naomi's kids are begging for it all the time. All the kids who I know who love the products, they just get up and make their own breakfast in the morning. They just make themselves a shake. So saving time for the family, plus making it fun, because kids love to learn to make things. And then there's there's like several different kinds of juice powders, these shakes that you can make in different flavors. And then I would recommend that you talk to the person who invited you, because there's we can adjust the protocol according to what your personal needs are. For me, with Hashimoto's, I was all about the power shake, the super meal, the Love Super Meal. That was really, really helpful for me. People with who are diabetic, I would recommend the power shake. Okay, so there's just different recommendations for different people, but we make a protocol customized to you. All of this is really, and then there's what I forget, and then there was the Biomedic, which we do. That's actually our prime product that actually removes glyphosate, which is the toxin found in Roundup. This destroys the gut. It's been linked to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's been linked to all different kinds of diseases. As glyphosate has become more and more used, you can see the graph. The more that you use glyphosate, the more all these other diseases have been on the rise, and they parallel each other on the graph all the way up. One of these days, I'll show the graph. So anyhow, this is a protocol that can help you totally detox. And that is what brings health on. Plain and simple. You detox toxins, chemicals, metals, and then you reduce the stress in your body also through the tart cherry juice, which balances cortisol levels. So we reduce stress. This helps with hormonal balance. And then you've got a recipe for feeling amazing. I've been on the daily Core 4, just the basic daily protocol, for the last 6 years, and none of my symptoms have come back. None. I'm never exhausted. I'm never sleepy unless I do like a serious workout, but I don't nap throughout the day anymore. My energy is through the roof all the time. I'm 49. I'm turning 49 tomorrow. Tomorrow's my 49th birthday. All right. And I don't even I'm like, what is it? 49 is like the new 39. Like, it's just a number. It doesn't even faze me. You know, I just feel like I'm like, okay, let's go on a surf trip. You know, my boyfriend's going to take me surfing this weekend. So, you know, and he's 52, and he is just like the most stacked guy I've ever met. Like, he is like literally ripped, and he does these all day long. Like, he literally lives on Purium and he's a bodybuilder. Okay. So like, this is something you can do to build muscle. This is something you can do if you're healthy. This is something you can do if you're struggling and trying to feel healthy. It's for everyone. And it's really amazing because there's 2 different packs. There's the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation customizable pack, which is one I recommend for people just getting started, or the Plus Performance pack. Either one of those packs. There's one of them, the basic pack is $11 a day for 2 meals a day. This is 60 of your meals in a month, 60 of your 90 meals in a month. And you can still eat potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, and everything. If you're somebody wanting to lose weight, this will just help you balance. This is just going to help bring you into homeostasis, because you're going to be eating clean and green. If you're someone underweight and you're trying to gain weight, this is going to clean your liver so your body can actually come to its normal weight again. So either way, it's all about detoxing to bring your body into homeostasis. The Plus Performance Pack is great for anybody who wants to share this with their family, or they are or they have or they are like incredible athletes and you're just wanting to, or just like to be athletic and you want to just have some more super meal, or you want to have some more plant-based protein shakes. This is something that you can do, and that's $17 a day, around $17 a day. And that's for 3 meals a day. If you're doing that in the month, you can do that and do 3 meals a day in the month, or you can have it and do the ultimate lifestyle transformation, which is 2 meals in a month plus some extra product for your family. Okay, so these are the 2 options. The other beautiful thing is that if you're, someone you think like this is something you might want to share with people, maybe you have some friends who want to do it with you and you're like, oh gosh, like it would be so fun to do this with my husband or with my sister or with my friends, then we are doing we're doing self-love February, right? So you can jump on board and do this together with your friends, and then you can actually get a gift card. You can get these gift codes, that can give your friends a discount. They can get 25% off of their products, and you can also get 20% back, and it'll help you pay for your products. And if you're interested and you're like you're going, hey, I could really use some side income, and I'm really looking for, something to bring in on the side, or like me, I did this full time. This started off as something that I was like, oh, this is cool, I want to do this. And then ended up like, this is better than wedding photography, which was what I was doing before. And I decided I wanted to let go of wedding photography and help change the world. And so for me, this is a mission, and I literally don't feel like it's work, because I love every single day of my life with these products. I love every single person on my team. All these people here you just heard from are just fabulous, fantastic people. And we get to work together. So you get to learn how to be an entrepreneur if you want to step that far into the journey, and people will help you. We will guide you. We will train you for free, right? To be who you already are and what you already love. So this is the beauty of what we have here as an opportunity. So I invite you, we're gonna stop the video in a second, and I'll invite questions if anybody has any, but I really invite you to really take a big step into your ideal life. Like take the step forward into your dream life of feeling at your peak performance, because you've probably never felt it before. When I did this, I'd never felt it before. To be honest, I never knew what it was like to feel this much energy and to feel this good in my body. And that's when I realized I've missed out on many years of my life. I'd missed out on years and years of my life since childhood. I didn't even know what it was like to have this much energy. So get with the person, whoever invited you, ask them more about, how we can, any questions that you have. Well, we're going to open up to questions here, but yeah, let me just look at here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. And just to say the actual price for anybody who's watching the replay, I wanted to say that, so the actual price of the product, you're going to get 25% off, okay, from the person who's here, who's going to give you their gift card. So normally the retail value on the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation is $429. You're going to get it for $329, $100 off, okay. If you're interested in the Plus Performance Pack for your family and you want to share this with everybody, your family, kids, husband, wife, whatever, spouse, it's normally $699, but you'll get it for $529. So you actually get our $535. You get quite a chunk taken off. All right, it's like $150 off or something like that. It's a big amount. So these are the 2 different packs that I recommend, and you can customize either one of them. So you can choose which shakes you want, whatever flavor looks good. They're all tasty. They're all really delicious. They're not sweetened with any sugar. There's no fillers. It's all pure, natural detoxing and really, really sustainable food. Like it'll get rid of cravings over time. You'll start to realize cravings start to disappear. It'll change your habits. You'll start to feel like, wow, this is really easy. Like I'm just starting to step into a new lifestyle. That's why it's called an ultimate lifestyle transformation, because it's meant to step you. We're not telling you to get rid of your favorite things. We're saying add this in, and you'll watch those things just start to fall away, because you'll fall in love with how you feel, and you'll start making naturally, you'll just be more inclined to make better decisions for yourself, for your life and in your food choices, because you'll start to understand your relationship to your food and how it makes you feel. So it'll be natural for you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Thanks everybody for coming. If you need to jump off, you're welcome to. If you want to stay on and ask questions, we're going to answer them.